Coming to you live from my apartment, it's Rob Has a Podcast. And now here's the guy who's used to talking about 26 days of a reality show. It's Rob's sister Nina. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rob's a Podcast. What a night. Oh, my God. We learned so much here on a special Tuesday night episode of Big Brother. For some, it was a recap of events, and for some, many people who were either watching the Olympics or not watching Big Brother for the last 24 years, we all learned a lot here tonight. And back here, I'm sure a person who learned quite a bit tonight, Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
Listen, I spent a lot of time watching the Olympics. This is very helpful. I feel
Yes.
like I didn't have much of an idea of what had happened.
I had no idea. None.
So
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm just confused because I thought the round table was last night.
It was.
Just what did I just watch at Tuesday at 8 o'clock?
I think you watched another roundtable. I mean, they didn't listen. I get it. It's tough to fit the stock watch ratings in, but like they didn't even start the survey questions an hour deep. Like,
Yeah.
that's going to be a 3-hour podcast. Let me tell you.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're very excited to have back here with us Maggie Morgan. Maggie, how are you?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here talking about a podcast that we just watched. You know,
Yeah,
Rob,
one
they're
of the
really
best
encroaching on your
podcasts.
space. They really are. Like I was watching and I was like, dang, CBS finally has it figured out how popular RHAP is. It's like Quinn, like they have a contestant that's talking about it so much. They're like, we got to see what all the fuss is about.
What if one night a week we just did a podcast about Big Brother?
And you know what? I have something. Well, maybe I should wait until we fully open up the podcast space for this. But what? 3 very charming people chatting about the show. You know, you don't win Big Brother if you ain't a charmer or have an evil person. So, like, there it's either charm or you can go either way. And we got 3 really good ones.
Okay,
Rob, I am on top of this. I did tell Taylor that she'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Yes.
We're coming for those Big Brother winnings. I've already given her warning.
Well, I just breathe a sigh of relief. If Taran ever decides to retire, I feel like that Taylor could step right in.
Listen, don't put that out there. I don't need that kind of heat. Who wouldn't prefer Taylor?
I think your job is safe, Taran. I don't think she's gonna, I think you're good.
Okay. All right. Well, now this is what I'm most excited for tonight, because when we heard that there was going to be an opportunity for people to catch up on all of Big Brother 26 in just one episode, we put the call out to this man who had not watched 1 second of Big Brother 26 just to see if he could catch up and get hooked. Does he have the fever? Please welcome in, of course, from We Know Scripted TV, it's Josh Wigler.
It's time for your very first episode of Big Brother.
Yes.
Did I do it? Was it
Pretty good.
close?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Is that all right?
Josh, we have so many questions for you here tonight.
One of them is from Stevie Lee in the chat. Who is Josh? Does anyone want to fill me in?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Josh. That feels like it's covering a lot of ground, actually.
Josh is the 4th podcaster here tonight, and we're going to have a vote to see if he should be added to the panel or not. Actually, did they completely skip the vote in of Ainsley in the...
Where's
we not have
Ainsley,
time
by
for
the
that?
way? Because you said I didn't watch a second of Big Brother 26. That's not true. I told Taran on the Tastemakers a few weeks ago, I was like, Taran, I'm watching Big Brother 26. Watch out. And then like a week passed, and I was like, how do you all keep up? How do you keep up with this thing? There's 1,000 episodes a week. And then I found out that Ainsley, who I thought was the most ridiculous character on TV of 2024, apparently she hasn't even been here, really.
Not really. No, not that much.
She just shows up once in a while going,
Maggie, where's
Yeah.
Ainsley?
She's in our hearts, Josh. She's
Yeah.
in our hearts.
That's the real secret of Big Brother. Ainsley was in our hearts the whole time.
Pacemakers.
Yeah.
Pacemakers
Like
there.
the pacemakers,
Yeah.
also in our heart. Okay.
Yeah.
But Josh, do you feel like coming out of tonight's episode that you have a real sense of what's happening in Big Brother 26?
I have a sense of what's happening in Big Brother 26, but I'm not sure it makes any sense. So I really hope that I can get a solid recap of the recap in order to fill me in on what I'm missing.
Yeah, well, we can reset some things that I guess let's just talk about stylistically what they did here in a moment. First off, send in your questions. We can use them here tonight. We will get to them in this episode.
I need help.
But can I tell the audience, like, we have a little bit of a big show coming up tomorrow night. Of course, Maggie, did you catch our episode with Bowie Jane on Sunday night?
Yes, I was jealous. I wasn't invited to join.
Yes,
Come on.
the Mafia.
We love Bowie Jane.
They were saving you for the good episode, Maggie.
Yeah, I loved getting to catch up with Bowie Jane on Sunday night. And tomorrow night, somebody from the panel that we just watched is going to join us. Jag is going to join us for the recap tomorrow night.
What a get, Rob. This is exciting.
Yeah, what happened was Rob approached, he saw the Mafia talking, he overheard them, and then he approached them and said,
"What if it gets on through the washer a couple more times?
Please be part of this, please.
Oh, yeah.
Please. Please. I can be on the bottom.
Okay.
He said, "Can I
was
join,
like a
please?
Barry Lankin bit, by the way.
Can I join the Mafia, please? I can be on the bottom."
Be on the bottom.
Are these two people playing Big Brother or working out in a weight room?
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Okay, so
Jag was just on the TV.
Jag was
right?
just on TV. He won last season.
It was Taylor, Jag, and NCIS, right? Those were the three who were there.
Cody?
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cody,
so,
California.
So Jag is going to
Taylor
join us
Hall.
on Wednesday night, and that should be a fun one as well. So I love having the alumni come in for these episodes. I think it's a lot of fun. And so look forward to that in 24 hours. But first, we got to talk about this. I was not expecting this to be the format for what they did. I mean, Taran, this basically, like, I guess you could call it a podcast. I don't know if this was like sort of like inspired at all by sort of like these, like, whether it's like the Olympics and they have like all of these like talking heads at a table, these like endless NFL pregame shows. But this was not what I thought it was going to be.
It honestly was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Final Three reminiscing, where it's all scripted. This was more so scripted to set up the clips and then free-ish form discussion afterward. It honestly reminded me more of like the more classic Big Brother after show, sideshow kinds of things. That tend to be very popular, especially in international versions. In the UK, it was very big. One Russell Brand hosted one at one point. It's where he got his start in television. So this is it's a pretty tried and true format. Like, let's talk about the show. But CBS hasn't really done much in along these lines since House Calls back in the day.
Yeah. Maggie, you liked it too?
I agree. It could have been worse. I have seen Big Brother has given us much worse episodes of television to discuss. And that's just like a normal veto episode, So I really enjoyed what the alumni had to say. Like you said, I think that there was like scripted to set up the clips, but we did get to hear their opinions. Taylor has been all over talking about the season, and she was able to voice some of that on CBS tonight. I thought there were some like takes that some of them had that were really interesting that I didn't expect. You know, like I think that it's really interesting to hear Cody say that he's like really loving watching Angela, because we know that if Cody was in the house with Angela, he would be trying everything in his power to get her out of there, because he's very good at the game and understands how unpredictable she is. So I do think that it's fun sometimes to see specifically somebody like Cody, who in Big Brother 22 essentially played a perfect game, talk about like entertainment value and being a fan of the show versus all strategy. I thought that it was fun to see them on that side of the table just chatting.
Yeah. Josh, I'm so curious to know from you, like your takeaways in terms of like what you've watched, and I guess how good of a job they did, because I think that the concept here was, hey, a lot of people were watching the Olympics. Maybe there's some people that some of our normal audience needs a catch-up show. So they're all now. I don't know if they even knew that there was going to be an episode of Big Brother on Tuesday that was going to catch them up. But hypothetically, let's just say they did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Josh, in your opinion, what has been the story of Big Brother 26?
Okay, so I think I should set up, because I think maybe we're taking for granted that anyone listening to this knows who I am, considering this is the very first time I've ever appeared on a Big Brother podcast. And I think that there's definitely people who, unlike Maggie, have not listened to 300 hours of the evolution of strategy and may have no idea who I am. I'm Josh. I've been on RHAP for a decade. I have stayed the hell away from Big Brother this entire time, because there's smarter people who know the show, who are more interested in the show and have much more to say. So it's not my turf. This is Taran's turf. I don't step on Taran's turf. Unless
we call it TT.
It's TT. I never step in on double T. Okay? Double T is a sacred space, and I don't go there.
Josh,
so,
stop calling it double T. It's TT, and we all know it. We've had this meeting.
TT, iced TT. So I've never really watched the Big Brother. I've seen probably a total of like 3 episodes of Big Brother. And I guess
mostly
now,
Celebrity Big Brother.
So I've seen some Celebrity Big Brother, and then they made them wear baby suits, and I couldn't watch any further. And that was the first week. I think I've like tried a couple.
I thought that was Mike Bloom who had the problem with adult babies.
Mike Bloom does have a problem with adult babies. He actually said recently, we recorded a podcast, and he said, I said it was his number one fear, and he took umbrage with that idea. But I really do
think gives him the ick.
It gives him the ick. But Mike Bloom does not like adult babies. So they turned the people into adult babies. Like, I can't do it. This is for other people. It's not for me. But, I figured, okay, well, I'm more involved at RHAP these days than I have been for the last couple of years. I should at least peep Big Brother. I should see what's going on. I don't want to like step too far into TT, but I want to take a little bit of a look at BB.
Yeah.
So I've seen like a couple of episodes of this season. And so that's me. So I don't really know what's going on in Big Brother historically, and I know only tangentially what's going on in the show. And my reaction to this episode is, if this was a clip episode or like a catch-up episode that was made to lure casual viewers into Big Brother, like to pick up new viewers, total failure.
Yeah,
absolutely, like a dark bomb, just a total foul, a whiff, a stinker. Who are these people? What are they talking about? Just give me like Julie Chen Moonves in like total monotone robotic fashion, giving me the very stone cold breakdown. I need to understand what's happening here. It was just too in its own Big Brother belly button, I think. Their heads were too far into the fear box or whatever that was in the first episode.
Okay.
It made no sense to me at all. The only thing that I caught from this is that apparently there's a serial killer named Angela who is running roughshod over the house.
Give us your impressions of Angela. You
God.
Came away with a positive feeling about Angela.
Oh my God. Well, it seemed like was it Jag and Cody who seemed to think that Angela's going to win the game?
They think she's going to win. Yeah.
Yeah. Who am I to refute 2 Big Brother winners? Or at least
we're trying to manifest an Angela win.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I feel like what was it? Don't call me a bully. Is that what she was being called, a bully, Angela? Yeah. I don't know if she's a bully, but I think Angela is brat. This is Angela's summer here. It's very good.
Josh, we need a wand off to Angela for brat 360. We need something going for her.
Yeah, if Angela wins, I'll come for a Big Brother wand-off. That's a solemn vow.
Yeah.
Will you sit in on the Angela deep dive?
Yeah, only so I can learn more about what Angela has done here. She seems very chaotic. She seems like
Josh,
she's kind of
we've got so
junked
much
up
more.
the place.
We've got so much more content for you. You have at least 2 Dr. Phil episodes to watch.
Yeah, Taran,
Was she on Dr. Phil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Angela's on
Taran,
Dr. Phil?
Yes. If you don't want it, I'll volunteer as tribute to take on the Angela deep dive.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a privileged position to be in. The deep dive. It's a sacred place now. It's I don't know what Angela's gonna want.
I'll give her at least a medium dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. These deep dives too long.
Yeah.
I'm not doing 6 hours with anybody.
6 hours is a lot of time with anyone.
Yeah, but I'll give you a good hour and 10 minutes, and then I'll run out of jokes.
Yeah.
Josh, from Angela, I just really get what I want out of my reality television characters, which is I cannot believe that this person exists.
Yeah.
And they found this person, and now she's on my television and my computer 24/7 on the live feeds, unless they decide they want to hide her. But like,
do they hide her on the live feeds? Because
they do, because she does
Sometimes.
some stuff that we think, we don't know for
You
sure.
never
if
know.
It's hidden on the live feeds, but sometimes she's gone for days at a time.
Oh,
It's
no.
usually after
Schrodinger's
incidents.
Angela.
what happens? They like put her under a blanket? Like what happened? How did they cut her off? Isn't it supposed to be 24/7? Where is she?
She says this.
I can be on the bottom.
Oh God, that's her.
her.
Oh no,
Yeah,
There's
Josh.
this
There's also
I want to be a part of you.
Angela. Angela, no.
she's really
There's
into you, Josh.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
didn't mean it like that. I'm happily
You know,
married.
all right, so I want to know about this episode tonight. Maggie, this is something that, Taran's been talking about this week, about that Angela's perception with the fan base. Do you think that tonight's episode helped Angela in that term, or only reminded the audience of the things they did not like about Angela?
It showed all of the clips of Angela being a complete and total menace in the
Yeah.
house for absolutely no reason.
Can I just get caught up? So people don't like Angela?
No,
She's
because
disliked?
So
yes,
the casual audience, Josh. So basically, the first 20 minutes of this episode,
Yeah.
Angela versus Matt. The casual audience.
Oh, that's when she's saying like, you're gonna be real
loves
sorry. You're gonna
Matt.
be real sorry.
They loved
when you
Matt,
see
the
this."
audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they hated Angela for going after him in the way that they were like, how dare she bring
Yeah.
up his mother after he brought her up?
Yeah.
And they also didn't like, look, the stuff with Lisa, not good. Objectively bullying her.
Was there
You
more
know,
stuff that
like,
happened between Angela and Lisa?
Yes. Yes, we didn't see it though. There's some again, that was part of
the blackout?
Yeah, there was some stuff that definitely did happen that we're not sure about. But what we've seen on the show is, Lisa going and crying in a corner because she's being bullied. And
By
that doesn't bode great for Angela with the casual audience.
This is the celebrity chef.
Yes, that
Yes,
cried
the
in the
glitter one.
corner. Yeah, that little twit.
Yeah, little twit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This
Josh-
week in Survivor, I don't know how to continue the twit.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question, Josh, okay? Because I'm curious to know the answer. Okay. Give us an info dump, everything that you know about the Big Brother player Tucker.
Tucker. So Tucker's the one who doesn't like shirts, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Tucker-
wear less shirts. Yeah.
Tucker's the one. And who was the guy who took Angela off the block that he gets
That was
into it with?
Tucker. Yes.
Wait,
Also Tucker.
Wait, so there's two Tuckers?
No, it's
No,
one
same
Tucker.
Tucker.
One Tucker's not one Tucker is so one guy is shirtless. Who's that? Who's the guy
That's
who's
Tucker.
shirtless? And then
Tucker.
who's the guy who after okay, so he takes Angela off the block and then someone puts a lady on the block. Who's- Cedric, thank you. So what I know about Tucker is that dude hates Cedric. That
Mhm.
guy hates Cedric. That he puts what's the lady's name that he put on the block?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Oh, and her name is spelled crazily,
Yeah,
right? Like there's like
Macon C.
700 consonants. Yeah. Okay. So Mackenzie goes on the block, and Tucker looks at Cedric and goes, it's a stupid move, bro. That was dumb. That was a stupid thing. Okay, we can play it like that. It's the wrong thing to do, and I'm coming for you. I'll see you in the AI arena. I'm gonna come back for you. And Cedric's like, I'm just playing the game. He's like,
very stupid
move. Very stupid move, brother. Very stupid move. But I'm ready. I'm ready to hop right into the AI arena with you. And then I'm like, there's an AI arena?
Yeah.
Is this like Tron? What happens?
I mean,
do they like get
more or
zapped
less.
in?
No, they don't get zapped in. They walk in.
But I felt bad for Cedric. Cedric's like, I'm just playing the game. And this dude Tucker's like, yeah, but I'm going to punch you in the nose.
Yeah.
When the cameras aren't looking, I'm going to go like this to your throat.
I'm pretty impressed that, Josh, you took so much away. Because, Taran, I was going to say, I feel like that for Tucker being such a a fan favorite, I'll say more than a production favorite, but by proxy, you would think the production would like him.
I think production loves Tucker.
Sure. I feel that we did not get a lot of Tucker in the recap of the recap.
Does he usually not wear a shirt? Is he
Gosh,
often
that's
shirtless?
a thing. That's a thing in the Big Brother house because
Does it
they're
get
not
hot
like
in there, Maggie?
Well, it's
actually
quite
very cold.
Yeah.
But people like since the beginning of the show have all the guys walk around shirtless because they're just in their house. Like they forget that there's cameras and there's not like much to do. So literally in Big Brother 4, there's a whole segment on the show of one of the guys eating like shirtless and being like, my mom would kill me if she saw me eating at the dinner table shirtless. They just, I don't know. It's Big Brother and they got 6 packs and they walk around.
I mean, he's a model. He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not complaining. I'm just curious about. And so then, so it seems like Tucker, in addition to hating Cedric, doesn't like Quinn, who I am to understand that maybe we network wide have some issues with as well.
Now, talk that through. Now, why do you feel that way?
Network wide because he made fun of the name of our podcast.
Oh yeah, that's old.
But then Taran,
old
didn't
news.
you make fun of the name of the podcast too afterwards?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, got it. Sure.
Yeah.
He made fun of the name of the podcast, but he also network wide. We do have a soft spot for Quinn because he is really looking forward to his deep dive with Taran after the show. He talks about it all the time on the live feeds. Yes, many times.
But Josh, then there's also a backlash that people are sick of hearing Quinn talk about that he's going to do a deep dive with Taran.
Oh no, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like actually a backlash, or is this just like the Big Brother Bible bonehead talking trash on Twitter?
No, I mean, I think so. We've talked about this before, but I think that like it's more so it's that it's a representation of like the inauthenticity of Quinn's like sort of aura in the house, where like
no
it
aura
feels
points.
Like his aura, his vibe is just off. Like Lisa would not organize a Quinn get together this way. Where like it just feels like he's I think pandering a little bit to like the fan base.
He's so sad when he hears you say that.
Nobody hates
this, though, probably, right?
Nobody hates super fans more than Big Brother super fans. And so
sure, yeah,
the more he like embraces his nerdy fandom, the more people will dislike him for it. Generally.
Catch 22.
Yeah, I thought though that Melissa had a good point on the roundtable last night, where she was talking about how Tucker like panders to the TV audience as much as Quinn panders to the live feed audience.
Yeah, he's walking around shirtless, showing his stuff,
and they eat it up. They love it, Josh.
Yeah. Maggie, the casuals love Tucker.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to love? He's so exciting and he does crazy stuff. And then he's in the DI. He also gives like really interesting DIs. He has a very interesting like way that he speaks. People have compared him to Jim Carrey, but I think that he just
really,
I think looks wise. I don't think that necessarily. He does do voices.
Yeah, he does voices, and he kind of like is very animated in his face. I think that he's quite good on the show, honestly. And I enjoy Tucker. I mean, I don't want to see him go anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's bringing the goods. You know,
Which Jim Carrey, Taran, which Jim Carrey character would you say Tucker is most like? Can you give me like a comp so that I have like a better understanding of his overall vibe? Is he like The Mask?
no.
Quite the
Somebody
mask.
stop me.
Maybe a little bit more of like an Ace Ventura.
Okay.
I was actually gonna say liar, liar.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. So
Mhm.
so he sucks at the game. He cannot tell a lie.
Yeah, he
Okay,
sucks at the
cool.
game.
Yeah.
He does lie, but then he he does suck at the game. He doesn't
Yeah.
Mhm.
really. He's not long for it in terms of like actual Big Brother strategy, but he's good at comps and he's doing stuff to pander to, like Melissa said, to the TV audience. And I personally am eating it up. I'm
Yeah.
He
having a
does
great
love
time.
animals.
Okay.
Yes. What animals does he talk about?
Oh, he's got like a dog he loves. He's named all the fish.
Are there fish in the
He
house?
loves
There are
hanging out
fish
with
in
the
the house,
fish.
yeah.
Do we know the names
Yeah,
of
we
the fish?
we watch the fish all the time. They're probably the most watched people in the house.
How many fish and what kinds?
I actually don't know what kind. That's a good question.
Do you know the names, Taran?
I do not have the names memorized, no, but he does.
Sleeping on the job, TT.
Mhm.
Listen,
I had no idea. None.
That was Angela, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When
Okay.
she got taken off, she was so shocked.
He's very shocked.
She's sweet. I mean, my understanding of Big Brother is that like everyone who gets cast on the show is like aged like 20 to 23. So I feel like that's not like Angela's not the type that I think of when I see like Mike Bloom's parade article of like all the Big Brother characters. So she just automatically seems kind of great. She seems like the kind of person that if she were on Survivor, she'd be an instant favorite for me.
I'm curious also, Josh, did you get any sign of a person named Kenny that was on this season?
I
did
wish I
he
could say
appear in the
yeah.
episode?
Kenny.
if I were to ask you
Ken.
to tell me who Kenny is and who Cam is and which one is still in the game, would you be able to tell me?
Kenny and Cam. And was there
Yeah.
another, did you say?
Kenny and Cam.
I certainly could not. I most assuredly, Taran would not be able to tell you who is it Cam for Cameron?
Yes.
You know? And
Yes.
Kenny
Mhm.
for Kenneth?
No, Kenny for Kenny.
Mhm.
Just straight out. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes he was happy Kenny, sometimes he was sad Kenny.
No, sorry. I got Kenny for Sweet Kenny K.
Mhm.
Sweet Kenny K. He told
Sweet
people
Kenny
he was
K.
an undercover cop, but he told people he had a food truck.
Oh yeah, Sweet Kenny K. Yeah, he was the one who said like, "No, I'm not going to tell anyone I'm a cop." And do they all know he's a cop yet?
They all knew.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Look
can't
at him.
do that. Yeah, Maggie, you can't do that, right? Like you can't like
No.
walk like the people who walk and like, "No, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not going to tell
Yeah.
anyone I'm a lawyer." Like first thing lawyer's going to say is like, "Well, actually, about the law." And so like you're going to find out that they're a lawyer immediately. Cop's going to cop too. You can't help but cop if you're cop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
pick something also like adjacent. You know what I mean? Like you have to say like you can't be like, oh, I'm a food truck driver.
Right.
Like at least say like, you know, I'm a fireman or
I'm a pet
Derek said-
detective.
yeah. Derek said he would like worked for Parks and Recreation, at least like something like, you know, government service or something.
Well,
Like
we all know
something-
that if he had truly been a food truck like chef, he too would have stood up like he was Spartacus and been like, I too am a chef, Lisa and Tucker.
Yes.
You will also be competing with me and my
Yeah.
food truck skills.
And Josh, that Kenny also had a thing where some days he really wanted to leave and other times he really wanted to stay. He just had these wild swings constantly.
And they were so
Wild.
random, Josh. It was
Yeah.
like almost like when he was doing well in the game and winning, he wanted to stay. And when he wasn't doing well in the game and people were beating him, specifically women, he wanted to go. It was like really unpredictable.
Was this
Yeah, he'd
on
swing
the
right
show
back
or
and forth.
on the feeds?
Both.
Oh,
It made the
wow.
show. And by the
Yeah.
end, they were so mad with him. They were just really throwing him under that.
When did
Mhm.
Kenny go?
Friday.
Friday.
4 days ago.
And so where is Kenny now? Like what happens now? Do they
Whole
let
Foods,
them
I
go
think.
home? Do they let them
He's at-
go home?
Yeah, Josh, he's
Yeah.
on TikTok Live. He's on TikTok Live with Lisa and Matt. They're all chatting.
So at this point, because they can't impact anything anymore in the thing, right? So they get to go home. They're not gonna they get to leave. But what happens if there's some sort of twist where they like get them back in? Isn't that
they would-
If
unfair?
there was one, they would be holding them in.
Okay.
sequestration.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can comfortably say that those folks are done.
Done.
It's
Mhm.
Kenny, Lisa, and who else is gone?
Matt.
Matt. And
Crazy
that's why
eyes.
people don't like Angela, because she went after Matt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it wasn't very fair that Matt left because the competition was not equitable for him.
Yes. Did you
Yeah.
see that clip? So what was he talking to Kenny? He did
Talking to
like a
Kenny and
TikTok-
Lisa.
He's talking to Kenny and Lisa, and he said that he was very unfair. That the challenge that he lost in the AI arena, that was not equitable challenge for him.
Which one did he have to do, with his head in the
He had-
box, or he had to go in the gravitron?
Yeah. Okay.
Count-
Well, yeah.
count
That's,
people.
yeah. So here, give me the. Sam is going to give me the clip.
Okay,
We'll
get
do
it.
it.
He
We'll
was-
do a
he
clip
was-
show, and then we could react to the. to
Yeah,
the
there we
clip.
go.
I like the
He
idea
was-
of us doing a clip show.
Getting a little sloppy here, Rob. This
It's
is
getting a little
getting
sloppy, but you know what?
sloppy.
That, believe it or not, I only did the slop yesterday, and some of this stuff doesn't. It's like the groceries. We went to the the slop's on Monday. This stuff is gonna go bad by then. I have to use it. I'm not gonna just let it go bad. What am I, Nicole? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So here, let me set up this clip.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's set up the clip. So I do think, to be fair to Matt, I think that the description of it is a bit worse than what he actually said. But basically he was like, man, really sucks that, I didn't have a competition I could really like play in. It was too random. And maybe that's just me being salty, but that's basically what he said.
Okay, so these
Okay.
three on the screen right now are the three who have been evicted.
Lisa,
from this
Kenny,
show.
and Matt. Okay.
Lisa, Kenny, and Matt. Okay.
It was salty, but thinking back, I'm like, and Kenny, we talked about this right after the clone counting because we were like, yeah, I just guessed. And Chemo was like, yeah, me too. And we all picked something different. And so to me, I was like, to me, that didn't feel necessarily equitable. It felt like a shot in the dark. And I wish I had lost to something that somebody had beat me in terms of they had applied a skill better than I could have applied that skill. So that's my only thing, and maybe I'm just salty about it, and I totally accept that. But even a little bit with the, first HOH that we did, I was like, that was definitely.
Okay. So
Okay.
Brian Scally, very demure,
This
very
is from
mindful.
Megan watching live. Megan
See how she
says,
delivers her commentary.
that.
very demure. Megan's saying, tell Josh what the comp was.
Yeah.
so
it was
was
you have to
this?
count faces.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
What-
it was.
Yeah. Taryn,
But
he
what
just,
do you
like,
mean when you say
misspoke.
count
He maybe
faces?
Sam, can we
There
find
were a lot of faces.
No, we don't need to
to
keep. No, don't.
Yeah,
Let
count
Sam eat. He's having dinner right now and trying to monitor the
Like,
chat at the
for
same time. He
instance-
can't pull up a clip too.
Mhm.
Like, if you were watching this screen and stuff like this was happening, and it was like, how many
Wow.
All right,
Terrans are on
okay,
the
Taryn,
screen?
stop it. Stop it. All right, stop it.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
sorry. I know
Josh,
it's not very
PT,
equitable for
baby.
you.
I'm gonna get sick
Josh,
on the
you're in
pod.
PT, baby. You
Maggie,
never
I'm gonna
know
get
what's
sick on
gonna
the pod. No one
happen.
needs that.
Yeah.
Stop it. I did not sign up for
yeah.
motion sickness on the pod.
I do think Matt seems like a nice guy, not a brat. I just think that maybe he's heard that word and maybe doesn't
yeah.
necessarily know. It's a
It's one
little
of
bit of a yeah.
I don't think that
Yeah.
means what you
Inigo
think it means.
Montoya situation.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's talk about the big confrontation that we saw in this episode. The centerpiece of this episode, Matt versus Angela. Maggie, I know this is one of your favorite Big Brother moments. How did it feel to have this back again tonight?
I mean, I loved that they focused so much on Crazy Eyes tonight. That to me, like, I was like, there we go. That's the beforehand and like the only thing we were missing from this recap episode is Josh, in order to get the full picture, you
Mhm.
need to understand that it was first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
This was day 3 of live feed. And Angela had been in her bed in the darkness rehearsing her speech before she went out and gave it on the landing.
Is that where
Like-
they keep her when she's not on? Like they put her in like just like a dark bedroom?
No, it was the morning. Like it was 8 a.m. So she had been in her bedroom sleeping, but she wasn't sleeping because she was rehearsing how she was going to call Matt out in front of the whole house.
Oh my God.
And you like the slow clap. She came downstairs with the slow clap. It was unbelievable.
That was incredible. That was a moment where I was like, when I was watching that, one of the things that was on my mind was I was going to ask Taran, why aren't we covering this show on We Know Scripted TV? Because it didn't feel like a reality TV moment. That felt like it was written. Maggie, it sounds like in some ways it was.
Everybody needs to I'm like saying this now. Anybody who's going to go on a season in the future, if you want that Taran deep dive, pre-write a speech the night before and rehearse it.
Does that guarantee it? That locks it in?
I'm going to say it will. Yeah. I am declaring because that's what I want to see. It's
Josh,
obviously up to Taran, but
I think we need to. I know that like some people are a bit like, hey, on House of the Dragons, things are going a little slow here. We want more action. We want more confrontation. Get Angela in that writing room. That's all I'm gonna say.
Which season of TV has had more action? House of the Dragons season 2 or Big Brother 26?
Rhaenyra.
Funny for me.
You came in with all those dragons, and you know what? It was a great performance. Great performance. For a low-budget TV show, Zaslav.
For a low-budget movie.
Yeah, Josh, what'd you think about Angela's shade of low-budget cinema?
Yeah, well, I think that's unfair. I think that a lot of great film is made without big Hollywood money. I mean,
and there's a lot of bad big-budget cinema.
Yeah. I mean, look at any Marvel movie now, you know? I don't know. I thought that was unfair. I would guess Angela, not a cinephile, is just a hunch based on very little.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, and that's what Cody brought up as well. You know, Cody has been in some really high quality, low budget movies like Magic in Mount Holly and A Holiday Homecoming, and Welcome to Hope and Joy and Hope. Yeah, you know, like listen.
Taran, are you on IMDb right now?
Chill.
Can you? No. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm asking for a favor.
I know this off the top of my head. I'm a big fan.
Can you do that thing where you can like cross-reference who's been in like things together and see if Matt and Banu have been in anything together?
Cody and Banu? I don't think so. Yeah. But Maggie, I thought that Cody had a good line. That was a good self-deprecating line.
It was great.
He did. Cody was great this episode. Yeah. He's very funny, very charming. I thought all three winners. I said it at the top. I thought, obviously, I mean, Taylor, when is she not? Just the best. I'm literally like, well,
she was on one. She had a lot of energy.
I mean, this is her audition tape to take over for the Chen bot if I've ever seen it. Not that Julie's going anywhere, but
competition. Julie, Taylor, or Ainsley.
We're gonna have tryouts.
Yeah.
not that Julie's going anywhere anytime soon, but if Julie ever decides that she wants to retire, you know, Julie is Big Brother, but Taylor, she can host.
She did incredible.
My
only note for Taylor was I thought she got a little excited about the Tuina segment.
Yeah.
You know, it really got my skin percolating a little bit. Whoa. Give me some Tucker and Rubina Tuina in the back room.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was the showmance? Is that right? Is that a showmance?
Yeah. Bit of a showmance.
That's the R&B music, Rob.
Yes. Yeah, we got this showmance segment.
So what's happening there? Are people getting hot and heavy in the house?
They're getting close.
Not that heavy.
They're going to the edge.
Whoa, they're edging. Are they?
I mean,
I just want that as a soundbite.
it's out there. But are we even getting anybody?
That's
Is
the
anybody
truth.
even smooching in this house?
No, that was part of the segment. They were like, "Oh, I almost kissed you there." They're holding back, Rob.
Taylor says they didn't even play the clip that she wanted.
Did he?
Oh,
I
what was the
know,
clip that she
Taylor.
wanted?
I know the one she
Oh, I know
wanted.
the
It's
clip
where
she
they're
wanted.
like looking at each other. You know,
Yeah,
it's,
we used it
like
as a thumbnail.
breathing.
Mhm.
Wait, how is
So good.
Taylor here? Wasn't she just on screen? Is she able to
She's-
watch this?
It's like when
wasn't
Paul
that
was on
live?
Candy Crush.
Mm.
Wait, did it's because a lot happened, and so like some of it is just sort of like intermingling in my mind. I'm like, it's like I am like Neo getting like all of the Big Brother just like jacked into the back of my head,
Wow.
and so I'm not sure if I'm remembering things right. Did a man lift a woman in the clip show? Did that
Yeah.
Did
happen?
a man lift a
Yeah.
woman?
Don't dox yourself there. Did a man lift a woman? Did that happen?
I believe that was Tucker lifting Rubina.
And so
And
this
in
is
doing
the
so, they became Tubina.
but they didn't kiss.
No, they're holding
No.
back. They don't
They're
want to go that
breathing into
far.
each other.
Was that the
Cue
hot
the
shot.
balls.
Whoa?
Have you ever heard of a slow burn?
But like, I feel like that's a weird first move. I mean, I don't want to like, judge the moves. This isn't that kind of a show, I don't think. But like, you lift her up and it's like, oh gosh, like here we go. And then what? You just like, put her down?
Mhm.
Is
What the
that,
hell's going
is
on
that how
here?
it goes, Josh?
I don't think so.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Yeah.
He's squatting.
He lifts her up and she says, whoa, oh. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. Is that how that? I've been married for a long
it's
time. Is that
passion,
traditionally
Josh.
how this goes?
There's
I
a
don't
line and they
remember
can't
that.
cross it, so they're dancing all around it.
What's going on?
Mhm.
I can't stop laughing from Rob singing.
It's relevant. Yeah.
It was. Get Michael Bolton back. Michael Bolton in the Big Brother house would be rad.
Mhm.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
All right.
Are they doing Celebrity Big Brother still?
No, I don't
They
think
stopped?
so.
They do it on the off seasons from the Olympics.
The Winter Olympic year is when
Every
they do
once
it.
in a while, they might pop it up again.
Pop it up.
Weird.
Okay.
Okay.
Need a writer's strike and a Winter Olympics. I think at the same
That's sort
time.
of the elite combo. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Turmoil in Hollywood. There's your Celebrity Big Brother.
I thought some of the other random things they chose to show were interesting. Like, I feel like that they had like, okay, we're going to show Matt and Angela. We're going to show Angela fight with Lisa. We're going to show the big veto ceremony. But we're going to show the deep fake HOH. It was like sort of like, I think that they knew about 80% of what they wanted to have in this episode. But Maggie, I'd love to talk about some of the random things that they decided to put in here to round this out.
Yeah, I mean, Taran's favorite active players of all time, T'Kor and Chemo. We got to see them talking about what they want to do. And
They
talk
talked
about what they
about
want to do.
Maybe
talk about
naming
it.
themselves.
Mhm.
Coming
they
up
ever
with
do
a
it,
couple
Taryn?
options and not locking one in.
Yeah.
A sign of things
Sure.
to come.
Chemo and T'Kor.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
they came up with Chemo Core. Is that right?
T'Kor, I think, right?
Key Core?
I think there were a couple of options.
Mm-hmm.
Core Key is right
Yeah.
there. You know?
Corky?
Romano.
That's a bad alliance name.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, he's played on Celebrity Big Brother.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
tribute.
So, was this a new scene? We got new footage here for that?
I think so. I think this. I don't recall this being in an episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was the only one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe production is like really trying to. It feels like that T'Kor and Chemo. I think this was a vote of confidence from them, Maggie, to like, okay,
Definitely.
hey, Audie, if you're just joining us, like, pay attention to these two. They're going to be around here for a minute.
And my sister-in-law just started watching the season and she's all caught up and she's really, really loving T'Kor and Chemo. So I think that this is like definitely a path that the show is taking us down.
Mhm.
I would like T'Kor and Chemo to also take us down that path, but that remains to be seen.
Are they good? Do we like them? They're good at this or what?
Taran?
Taran, who's good at this?
Yeah.
Could you tell me, who's
Josh?
good at
Remember what
it?
you were saying about edging?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what it's like every day for the live feeders. They keep saying they're going
Wow.
to do something.
Get these folks some relief. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Is anyone good at this? Is a good question, Josh. We did the stock watch last night.
Yes.
Where we rate the players from 1 to 10 based on how well they're doing in the game, and only 2 players were above a 5 out of 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, you know
Is
who
that
else got
is that normal?
Not really.
No.
Oh, so it's one of those kinds of seasons.
Okay,
We're
but
in a recession, Josh. Okay.
It's the great Tucker recession. That is very true.
Wow.
I also have to say that like this cast is not the most strategic at the moment, you know, but they're high on entertainment value. And we have had casts that are also super not strategic, and this season has been a slog. So, you know, there are trade-offs each time. It remains to be seen. You know, you have to do a postmortem on the season, but this is giving me a bit of like Big Brother 11 vibes, where it's just fight after fight after fight, and there's not much strategy going on, and they're like, even the best players are like, they come back for Big Brother All-Stars and are at the bottom of the food chain. You know, like it's one of those, in my opinion.
Angela's coming back.
You gonna play again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
As someone who knows a lot about this kind of thing.
So you know who else got hosed tonight was poor Joseph. The star of the show got nothing. He
Who's
got crumbs.
Joseph?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
Remember
one
when
is
you
that?
tweeted that you were a J-Rod guy?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mustache man.
Mustache
Okay,
man.
so
Man.
Yeah.
Josh, Joey Rodriguez
Yeah.
is a Big Brother legend because on
Already?
Big Brother 20. No, his name is Big Brother lore because there was allegedly a contestant who was on Big Brother 20 who was voted out first, and
It was
when
18.
he but Big Brother 18, you're
We're
right. Oh
not
my God.
besmirching Summer of Steve.
You're right. I'm so sorry. Big Brother 18. And when he was voted out, allegedly, there was this Twitter account that was named Joey Rodriguez who was tweeting odd things about the contestant.
That was his burner.
And the Twitter community discovered that it was the man who had been just voted out.
So
his
is there a
burner account.
is there a chance that this is the same guy, literally with just like a fake mustache on?
There's always a chance.
And
There's
he's like
always a
Groucho
chance.
Marx his way into the
There's
thing.
a chance that's also his name is a burner account for who is
Yeah.
it's a really deep cut reference. But yeah, I believe his only line was, and it's very meta, that he said,
I think that'll make the episode.
and actually it did twice.
Think that'll
So
make the
Joseph
episode.
does not miss, but that was it.
Yeah.
Would it surprise you to know, Josh, that Joseph is the leader of the majority alliance in the house?
Absolutely, it would
star
stun
of
me.
the
That
show.
dude did actually nothing in this show, in this episode.
Mhm.
He
You'd be
sat
right,
there at one
because he's
point.
not.
He was like,
only thinks he is.
and he sat there at one point. And was like, "Whoa!" Like I feel like he had a reaction. It was kind of like,
Yeah.
"Ah!" And that was all
mean-
all I got from him.
It is pretty wild that we had a show recapping the first 26 days of the show. And Meg, I think you probably half the cast was not shown at all. Like, how do you even do that?
Well, it's because this is the way it always goes. Is like the pre-jurors are always the people who are the worst at Big Brother. So they're the most exciting. Like to be good at Big Brother, you have to be like have self-control. You know, usually you treat people with respect. You have a game sense. You have social ability. So all of these people who have no social ability and are absolute like menaces in the house are the ones eating up all the screen time.
But really, like, if we could make a list, Leah, nowhere to be
Yeah.
found. Cam
Who is that?
was not
Yeah,
in
Brooklyn.
the episode. Joseph, Brooklyn, MJ used the veto, but really, where was she? Chelsea, no sign. Rabina got to kiss Tucker. That was it.
Didn't
Chelsea,
no,
they
Rob,
had a whole
didn't-
conversation.
They showed her with Cedric, but that seemed a little forced.
Well, Rob, I think what I realized after 20 minutes of them recapping week 1 was that they weren't actually recapping week 1. They were just recapping Crazy Eyes. And the reality is that this was not a recap episode. This was a highlight episode. And this was definitely not meant to catch you up on anything. It was just meant to show the best, according to them, parts of the season
I'm
so far.
so
So
happy
Angela's
to hear that.
real.
I'm so happy to hear that assessment because Maggie, in like the hour from 8 to 9 p.m. tonight, as I was watching this episode, and I knew I had to come onto a Big Brother podcast with 5,000 people watching live, and I'd have to try and make sense of like the recap and be like, oh yeah, no, I know like front to back how this season has gone so far. And probably at like 8:07, I was like, I'm boned. I have no chance. I'm gonna get on here. I'm just gonna be eviscerated. I don't stand a chance. But it was just a highlight reel, so it wasn't me just like misunderstanding. It was just a highlight reel.
And
Josh,
and
this was like if when you watch the
so
top
nervous.
when you watch the top Olympic highlights on Peacock, it would be like if they showed the fun moments of the clip, like, oh, it's the guy passing the guy while he's running on the track, but then stop before they finish. And then it's just a bunch of those moments during the sport. Like that was basically what we saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that feels more consistent with my experience in the television show that we watched tonight.
I have to say something about the producers of Big Brother, and I think it's that they are really, really happy with the season so far.
Yeah.
Like
I heard it's like old school Big Brother.
Well, they're doing press. Like there's a Deadline article about them today, which Big Brother usually they'll get coverage on TMZ, but it's not like these traditional.
So another big website
news
had
sources.
a story yesterday too.
Yeah, which one was that?
You know what? The name escapes me.
Yeah, all right. Maybe we can talk about it next week, or was that is that something that the patrons will have to check out?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would love to just get Josh's opinion on Lisa. She got called a twit by Angela. But she also had a whole thing in the house. She was putting edible glitter all over people's food. Now, of course, your lovely wife, Emily, is a chef.
She is.
Does she ever get involved with the edible glitter?
Not to my knowledge. But I don't always see her wares. So I'm not always privy to like what she's putting in the food. Edible glitter, is she allowed to have that in the house? Do they have luxury items?
I think she snuck it in. Thinking that it was regular glitter, not realizing that it was food glitter.
She snuck in edible for what? For what reason? Like
to put in the food.
So that she could sprinkle it on people's food without their consent.
All right,
so she could put her fingers in the glitter and then put the glitter that was all over her hands all in people's food.
She was like Glitter Bay. She's just like it would glitter all your
I'll
food.
tell you what, that is not someone you want to be compared to if you want to have a successful career in the food world. I don't think you want to be Glitter Bay. I think there's some sanitation concerns with all of that. I wonder what it tastes like.
Josh, if you think her hands were questionable, you should have seen her feet.
Does she have really dirty feet?
Yeah.
Sam, get the picture.
What happened with her feet? Please. Is she like a hobbit? Like what happened with her feet?
Sam.
No, we're not good. I want to know.
We gotta show it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. In the private chat, instantly Sam goes, I have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why, Sam?
Yeah.
Why do you already have it?
We gotta see it.
Slop. He says, Sam, stop typing and get the feet. Show us the feet. What happened with
those feet?
What happened with the feet?
Those feet.
Can I get the setup to the feet?
I wish we could give you a real setup.
This is more of a visual. This is a visual.
You just got to see it to believe it. And it is the counter that people put food on, just so you know.
Yeah.
For the record.
Okay.
Oh no, she's gonna put her feet on the counter.
Was it the counter or was the storage room?
It was the storage room counter.
Storage room counter. Okay.
Mhm.
Josh, based off of what you saw tonight, who's winning Big Brother 26?
Hold on. Before we do that, I believe we've got the feet.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay,
Nope, Taran
Taran's
left.
gone. We
Okay,
lost
Taran
Taran.
left.
Taran
All right,
left the
can we
pod.
enhance? And can we enhance this, Sam?
Enhance.
Enhance. Enhance.
Oh, they're really dirty.
Yeah.
So she's got really, really dirty feet, and she's got them propped up on the
Storage room counter.
Is that like a marble counter?
It
Mhm.
is. It's where they put the fruit.
Marble's really hard to clean.
Mm-hmm. Hey, come back, Taran. Come on.
It's
Oh,
over.
hey, what's up,
Okay.
guys?
We did the feet. The feet
How's
are
it going?
gone. That was honestly, I have to be honest. I was expecting worse.
We overhyped it.
I think you overhyped the feet.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't great. And I would be if I were her, I would have been really careful about doing something like that when her reputation as who is she the chef for? Do we know?
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton.
If I'm Paris Hilton and I'm watching that,
That's
I'm
not
thinking,
hot.
I'm thinking twice.
I mean, to
Mhm.
be
I
fair, she's not making food with her feet.
I guess, maybe,
How
Josh,
do you
the
know?
reason I think the reason maybe, Josh, that you weren't as disturbed by the feet is that you watched Survivor and you saw Steven's foot.
Oh, that's true.
I've seen bad
Mhm.
feet. I've seen bad feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beach
Mhm.
Show has worse feet, but I am
I would
wondering,
agree.
like, how did those feet get so dirty? I know, so they're not allowed
Unclear.
to. How do they clean the house? Do they have a Roomba?
No Roomba.
Do they have? Do
They have
to
a
do it
big ant
themselves?
problem.
They have an ant problem.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Why does
'Cause it-
Angela have nieces and nephews?
She's a grandchild.
Wow,
Taylor says it's the turf from the backyard.
the turf from the backyard.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow. So wait, do they really don't clean the house? Do they clean after themselves?
No.
They
Most
clean
of
after
the time.
themselves
They're supposed to, but-
sometimes.
This is not the messiest house. This one, Tucker's a pretty cleany guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do they ever
Okay.
compete for a reward where they have like someone come and clean the house? Do they like come and
No.
clean the house if they're out in the backyard or anything?
Yeah, I think they're
No.
on lockdown, right?
I really think they should
Sometimes-
clean the
like,
house.
they come in and vacuum.
I don't
The
know.
Yeah,
production.
I feel like that once in a while, like Hamster Watch will have like a clip from the feeds of like somebody in the house like cleaning or fixing something.
Maybe if like they need to clean after themselves if they go in
Mhm.
there. I don't
Can't
think
they
they're going
just-
to be cleaning for.
Can
the
they not
outside
just
one.
put Zingbot on a Roomba? Can Zingbot not just go around cleaning the place up and like making fun of them too?
That's not what he
you
does.
dirty dude.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Josh, that's not
Zingbot
really
says.
a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Okay.
a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Zingbot do dirty jokes?
Yes.
Sometimes
Has Zingbot been on the show yet?
Not
on
this
Robin's
season.
podcast.
Yes, but also on Big Brother 26.
I mean, one time Brittany Hayes described Zingbot so viscerally, it felt like he was. On
That
the
is
show.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Big Brother
Okay.
reminds me of Alpha from Power Rangers. Has anyone ever said that before?
No.
No,
Ay,
but that's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
correct.
Isn't that kind of his deal? Crickets. I'm on the wrong
Mhm.
pod. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'll get
All
out
right.
of here. I'll get out of your way,
You were
everybody.
doing
Real
great.
soon.
You were
real
doing
soon,
great
real
for
soon, real
57
soon.
minutes.
All right,
Okay.
I won't look at the comments for a little while. It goes fast. So
Okay. I've got some questions from the chat, and of course, if you have questions, go ahead and fire away. But anything else that the panel wants to say about this episode?
I mean, Rob, what is there to say?
No, it's just,
What else
there's,
is there to say?
There's still 2 more nights of Big Brother this week.
God bless you.
Josh, we got to come back tomorrow night and find out what happened with the power of veto.
Oh, I have a question. What is the AI instigator?
Oh, that did get dropped tonight. Good call, Josh. Yes.
Wow, look at me
Ainsley.
contributing to
First off,
discourse.
Ainsley had a big role to play. First, that the hosts were so excited about Ainsley.
We just met Ainsley. She has wreaked havoc on this season.
This is not the Big Brother that
I feel like I just met a celebrity.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jag just asked Ainsley to join TikTok.
They're gonna do a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Ainsley's human form on TikTok already?
Maybe. No sign of her. Okay, but Ainsley just dropped the AI Instigator. Taran, any ideas on what that could be?
Whatever saves Tucker.
Oh.
Wow, tinfoil hat.
The
theory.
ultimate
Yeah.
instigator, Tucker. He's like Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah. I mean, they said it's an America's vote thing. So, I assume that we can just say probably this is just like a Tucker power.
Are they going to get hacked? It's because I
Wouldn't be
feel
the
like that's
first
like what
time.
an AI instigator does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the HOH got hacked, so
Oh right, Angela was deep fake.
Deep faked.
How did they do that?
With the hologram machine.
It's so scary what they can do these days. They could deep fake Angela when she's sitting right there.
How did they do that? And she's right there, and I believe her when she says, "I didn't say that."
I know.
She keeps going, "I didn't
No, I
say
didn't.
that.
No, I did not.
I didn't do that. I didn't say that." She keeps saying, and so I believe.
Do you ever
that.
say that? What? Do you ever listen to a podcast you were on and be like,
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could go back to any number of podcasts.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
It's the feeling I have when I listen to any podcast ever, me just being on the edge of my, like, oh my God, what am I going to say next?
Yeah. I think for me, it's more like
Don't talk.
I think for me, it's more I didn't record that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't do that.
I actually hate it when somebody tells me a story about something I did. They're like, "Do you remember that time
Oh, I
that
hate
you?"
it.
I'm always
I
like,
hate
"Don't.
it.
I
I
didn't
hate
do
it.
that. I don't care. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I don't want to hear it."
Yeah,
I'm
a
not
scary
interested.
thing is that they know the lore better than we do, Maggie.
I know.
Oh, frightening. Very
Mhm.
frightening.
I
Very
know.
frightening.
Like a couple months ago, I came across a podcast I had no recollection of recording.
Yeah,
Not only,
that'll
like, I
happen,
don't remember
too.
what I said.
Yeah,
like,
that'll happen.
I don't even remember making this
Yeah.
podcast.
Do you remember what it was called?
It was
Now?
it was a Brant Steele that we did. I was
Uh-huh.
like, I have no recollection of this
Those
even
Then
happening.
blend together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I listen to a podcast that I was on, I will hear something. I'll go, oh, I can think of a funny joke for this. I'm so much smarter than I used to be because I'm thinking of a really funny joke right now, and then I'll say the joke on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a horrible
Oh.
feeling. It's a horrible feeling. Horrible
Yeah.
feeling.
That
It's-
is
it's
a
like a
tough
fine
one,
wine.
Taryn.
Yeah,
That's
it's a bad
happened.
feeling.
That's happened to me before too. Not with
Yeah.
jokes though, with points. I'll be like, "Oh, somebody should make this point," and then I'll say
Mhm.
the point and be like, "Oh God."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We'll find out
I
more
like
about
the revelation that we're all still listening to ourselves, our old podcast, and just checking in on past us,
Yeah. So-
seeing how we did.
We only got
Good,
the
good
name.
work.
Ainsley could not even tell Jag and Taylor and Cody what the actual power was. That you have to tune in on Thursday. Ainsley couldn't even tell them.
One of you is going to have to text.
For the
me.
love of God, Ainsley, just tell us. Who we're not telling anybody.
You know who would have told us? Taylor.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why Taylor should be the host and the AI host.
Hmm.
She'd tell
Yeah.
us all the twists.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take some questions. Okay. Jay wants to know, who is Josh Wigler going to vote for AI Instigator?
Oh, so I get to vote?
Yeah.
Have you been listening to the podcast? It's pretty clear. I'm voting for
Angela.
Angela. Yeah, of course. I want to give Angela every power.
Okay. Give her
This is-
all
this
the
is-
power.
This is the problem, though, Rob. Everyone voted. They got 5 million votes for
Yeah,
the
5
America's
million.
nominee. That's what they said.
That's pretty close to how many we have for the Survivor 50 ballot at Rob's
I know,
website.
yeah.
Vote 50.
Yeah.
But
Should I
now
not give the
they're
AI
like,
instigator to Angela? That's putting too much heat on Angela.
I mean, we don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
yet.
Well,
But the problem is that they got so many votes, and now they're like, oh, you guys love this. You want
Mhm.
more America vote things. You know.
but do we think AI Instigator will be a 1 week thing, or is this going to be the like midweek thing, like the the high roller room in Big Brother 23,
Oh,
where
yeah.
or where basically 3 different people are going to get the AI Instigator power.
Who knows? They
Yeah.
gave us so little.
I think it'll be multiple weeks. And I wonder,
hope
or like you're voting for it, and then that's going to be at least something we're going to go see on one of the nights.
I just hope it backfires, whatever it is.
1 week.
Well, don't worry about that, Taran. I think we have a lot of confidence that'll be the case. Mike Zahn wants to know, what are Josh's thoughts on pineapples?
I'm not against them. They've done nothing wrong to me. Probably have like cut my finger on one once upon a time. They're prickly.
Whoa.
They're prickly.
Oh.
Yep, they can be prickly.
Okay.
Is there something that I'm not getting? Is this a reference to something?
I think maybe if anyone else is as confused as Josh is, they should become a patron of Rob Has a Podcast. And then they can maybe join the club. You know?
Don't say it like that.
Whoa.
Oh, God, what kind of club are we talking about
from this week?
What happens with the pineapple?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be bad if this pineapple went on pizza? I don't know. I'm asking. Could someone tell me?
Okay. Sarah Cupcakes wants to know, who do we think is the bigger hater, Angela or Tucker?
Tucker.
Professional hater.
Oh, yeah.
Angela seems like, didn't Angela just want a hug at one point?
She just wanted Matt to give her a hug.
Just give me a hug.
She wanted.
I can be on the bottom.
What?
Yeah.
Was that was that like a side hug? Like, what are we talking about?
she can be on the bottom. She just wants to be. She just wants to be anywhere. I
want to be a part of you.
So like that, like hug and then like kind of join that way. I don't know. I didn't think that Angela seemed like no, because then Angela did do the well whole thing. That was pretty haterade, I feel like, when she does the speech.
Yeah.
The top of the stairs. No?
Angela is like a menace. Tucker is a hater.
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
That feels right. He really got such a hate in on Cedric. I felt automatically drawn to Cedric's side, given how Tucker was behaving towards him. Is that a wrong take?
No. Cedric was
say
number 2 in the power
Cedric
rankings.
seems fine. Cedric seems like a nice guy.
I'd say even Tucker fans like acknowledge
took it
that
too
Cedric
far.
was in the right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tucker getting mad at Cedric for playing Big Brother. What did you come out here to do? Play Little Brother?
Josh, it gets
Big
worse. He was
baby?
really mad because
baby.
he was claiming that Cedric did not tricked him into using the veto on Angela.
Yeah.
Did not tell him that he shouldn't do that, but he had directly told him, I used the veto on yourself. And Tucker's just like, no, you didn't.
Oh, so he did tell him to do that.
Yeah, he told him, don't use the veto on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do what you want.
And Josh, Angela and Tucker are now working together.
Oh, wow. That's a power couple.
Mm-hmm. An unlikely duo. Buddy cops that you never expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela's open to working with pretty much anybody.
Except for you. Don't talk to me.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a real Danielle and Jason, you know?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Anything else from this extended highlight episode of Big Brother?
Rob,
All
I'm
right.
shook we got an hour 8.
I know.
I cannot believe it.
I'm really surprised too. Well, this was.
Oh, we're wrapping up. Okay,
yeah, we're ready
great,
to wrap
cool.
up. Unless you
Got
have
it,
anything
got
else
it.
to add, Josh?
No, definitely not.
We're
Definitely
going to
not.
come back to.
It was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you
We
all
got
for having me.
Still a lot to do here for Big Brother this week. Do we want to say anything from the feeds?
This is not the podcast for that. We're going to have a podcast tomorrow where we're going to talk about this.
Josh is not spoiled.
The feeds are not canon as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So, of course, if you want to hear about what's going on the feeds, we got a Wurtenberger Wednesday coming up in the morning. Go to robbinswebsite.com/BB26 to hear everything we're doing here on Big Brother. And hit that subscribe button here on YouTube for everything we've got going on here on RHAP. We had a very sloppy time on Monday night. I can't believe it was only yesterday. About 24 hours ago, Chappelle, Puya, and I, we did some very investigative journalism into many of the videos that have been posted around one particular Evicted house guest, and we learned way more than we ever wanted to, plus much, much more on a very slop-tastic episode of The Slop. That's for the patrons only. You can check it out at robhasawebsite.com/patron. Yes.
Rob, I have a question. Why is it that we always find these videos and they revolve around like food?
I don't know
Like,
why
we
they
have
don't.
crock pots.
Yeah.
Like what is going on?
Either they don't vet these people, or this is what they like, how they find them in the
do
first
vet
place.
these
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
All right. Tomorrow night, we told you Jag is going to be here. We'll find out what Jag is thinking about everything going on. Looking forward to having Jag go right from your TV screens to your podcast screens tomorrow night. So join us for that one. That's going to be at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Oh, and then right before that, we got a great opening act. Survivor Match Game is here. We've got a great panel of Survivor players. We've been working behind the scenes. Mike versus Shannon as they try to match answers with your Survivor faves on Survivor Match Game. That's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern. So would love to have you there for that one. Also, we've got our Survivor 50 ballot going all this week. You can vote in the first round of voting for who should come back for Survivor 50. Go to robswebsite.com/vote50. We have a huge turnout so far. I'm very excited to reveal those results coming up next week. You have until, I believe, what is it, Sam? Friday, Saturday to get in your votes for round number 1, Friday at noon. And then on Wednesday of next week, I believe Mike Bloom will reveal the top 25 men and women vote getters to be voted down to the final list of 20 votes from the fans, the world's most complete Survivor ballot, the ultimate Survivor ballot to tell the Survivor producers who you want to see back on Survivor 50.
Hey,
Taran,
look at that.
what's coming up on the Tastemakers?
Taran, that's you.
That
And
is
Grace.
me. Yeah. We recorded today. We talked a bit about the Olympics. I discovered who Ray Gun was. I missed the Ray Gun saga. We talked about Ray Gun a little bit.
Wow. Who is the Australian break dancer of Big Brother 26? Is it Angela?
Well, then, maybe. Yeah, actually, probably Angela. But we talked a bit about the Olympics. We also talked about what the other shows coming up. Industry just started. We talked a little bit about that. But yeah, we listen. We talk about what's going on in the world of TV, and we also eat it.
Okay. Eat it.
A lot
All
about
right.
food on this podcast, huh?
All right, and
it is
then,
very
the
Lisa.
aforementioned industry, Josh.
Yes. Industry. If you don't know what that is, like sort of the elevator pitch is, it's Succession meets Euphoria. It is not a new HBO show. It's on its 3rd season. The 3rd season of Industry just premiered. Wild show. The characters are awful to each other, but very fascinating to watch. Kind of like Big Brother. And there's all sorts of sloppy behavior on Industry. So I'm podcasting about that with Grace Leader and the great Emily Fox over at We Know Scripted TV. Rob has a website.com/scripted.
I wanted to jump in, watched season 1, episode 1 of Industry with the First Lady of Podcasting
What
this
did you guys
weekend.
think?
I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
She rage quit, turned off the TV, said, "What the hell? I thought Jon Snow is in this."
Season 3. Jon Snow's in
She's
season
like,
3.
I'm not waiting till season 3 to see him.
Yeah, a little bit of a spoilery tease for the next episode of Industry. It wouldn't be Kit Harington on an HBO drama if he didn't get a fight scene. So,
I think he dies.
Maybe look forward to that. Well, if he dies, they'll bring him back.
Mhm.
So, don't worry about that. But you can get all the scripted stuff. Lots of really fun stuff on We Know Scripted TV on RHAP. Go to robhasawebsite.com/scripted for all the info. Taran's talking
Scripted
TV
TV.
every week. It's a really fun time.
Came home to RHAP.
Sure
okay.
did.
All right, of course, the slop. We've also got a new patron welcome event coming up on Thursday night. That's going to be your lead up to Thursday night, Big Brother. whether you're a new patron or just a patron who wants something to check out. Thursday night, I'll be live at 6 p.m. We're going to send out the link to the patrons. We got a lot of new patrons who have come on here in the last couple of weeks. Got a little bit of an event to talk about some of the benefits of being a patron that you may not even know about. So we're going to talk about that, and I'll take a bunch of questions from people as we get ready for Thursday night Big Brother. So check that out over on our Patreon. All right. Well, this was a fun one. Maggie, what else is coming up for you?
Yeah, just still talking about Big Brother. I'm around. You'll see me. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, Maggie, always great to have you back.
Very fun tonight.
We are waiting for you to get sloppy also.
I know. I'm sorry. My work schedule has been it's honestly been the greatest disappointment of the past couple of years that my work schedule has gotten so that it's gotten so crazy like during this amazing season of Big Brother. But yes, I'll come get sloppy soon.
It'll stay sloppy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that some of these people are outside of the house, only sloppier things can happen. Okay.
Agree.
All right. Then, Josh Wigler, what else is coming up for you?
Lots going on at the aforementioned We Know Scripted TV, RHAP. We do know scripted TV. Go check it out. Lots of really fun stuff. And I would say that if you know any of the podcasts that I do or have done, particularly with Mike Bloom, there is a certain Lost date looming. 8/15, just around the corner. Could be fun things happening on RHAP. And I heard Chappelle say that that's the only show that I watch is Lost.
Not true.
Not true. I watched the Big Brother clip show as well. Thank you all for having me on
and
this.
Chow House.
Yeah, and Chow House. Love Chow House. Thank you for having me talk about the Big Brother Chow House.
Okay.
I will come back if there's another highlight reel.
This was such a treat. Okay.
Yeah,
maybe the
great.
recap of the recap will keep your name on file.
Sure, please do. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Taran, what else is coming up for you?
Just please come find me on Twitch. Just please. I just want you to find me on Twitch and watch me. I can be on the bottom of your screen. It's fine.
All right, don't say
whatever. Just come find me there.
You all right? Are they hitting you?
I can be on the bottom.
You okay?
Listen, as long as they show up,
Oh my gosh.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow night for a special episode with Jag. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye. All right. And of course, make sure you click on some of these other videos we have here tonight, whether you want to pick the one that's on the left, the right, the top, or the bottom, Taran.
Definitely the bottom.
I can be on the bottom.